Hello there, people. My name is Detroit Miracle, and I have returned on the spot. Right now, I am here to tell you about your voting power or the power of your votes. I want to put you in a frame of mind where you would know exactly how valuable your votes are specifically, and I mean per person or per individual that votes. Okay, now listen to me very closely and follow me, people. Okay, an election is coming up and it's time for people to go out and cast their votes. It might be for governor, mayor, senator, and even the president. Okay, but let's just say it's the presidential election where a lot of people are going out to vote, possibly a couple of 100 million or so. So these 200 million people go out to vote, but they're voting as individuals. Your votes don't have very much power because they are individual votes that pertain to you. Even if you have 200 million votes, they are not powerful, and I will explain why later. Because each person of an individual has their own agenda. Each person has their own preferreds. Each person has their own lives to live. Each person has their own families. Each person can care less about the next person. Yeah, we operate in a way as individuals. We're not acting as a united type of utopian society where we stand hand in hand and go out and vote as a huge population. That's right, people. So voting as individuals where you are divided as an entire race of humans and mankind, then your individual votes aren't powerful at all, or they're not as powerful as they could be. Now, just say 200 million people go out to vote as one whole united faction of people who are on the same accord. Yeah, like everyone looks at each other as brother, sister, friendly neighbor, that sort of thing. And then 200 million people who are together cast their vote, then their votes becomes incredibly, enormously powerful because you have 200 million people that are friends, that are brothers, that are sisters, and those 200 million people obviously are coordinating their votes for mutual benefits and reasons. And when 200 million people stand together to vote, then everybody has the same agenda. Everybody is on the same accord. Everybody wants the same thing. And everybody is friendly towards one another. And everybody recognizes the power in such a united, many number of people who are not opposed to one another, but rather are for one another in each and every one. I think that's an appropriate statement. I paused a bit to try to sort of comprehend the true meaning of it, and I think that's appropriate of a statement. If you are against one another as a people and you are voters, and then you are divided, you might be divided by different reasons, but nevertheless, you still are not together and acting on the same accord. I know some people might say, Detroit Miracle, explain that division regarding hundreds of millions of people that vote. Well, the voters are divided by political affiliation, they're divided by race, they're divided by social status, they're divided by religion, and I've touched on those divisions before. So those divisions would indicate reasons why you do not like somebody, reasons why you do not support somebody and reasons why you do not hang around somebody. Yeah, and that's what divisions are. That's what division methods do. They are set in place and established to divide everybody. Nobody is together. So I keep saying and thinking that why would all these people want to go to heaven where there are probably different races, species, and kinds up there that are friendly and peaceful towards one another, if those same people do not want heaven down here? That's a very good question, but it's an argument for another time. Right now, we're talking about the power of the votes. Yeah, the power of the votes is immensely powerful if a collective number of votes are coordinated towards providing everyone with benefits who are in agreement with one another, rather than hundreds of millions of people as individuals voting and they are not together with each and every one. They are separate. They have their own agendas. And like I said, they can give a damn about their neighbor, their stranger, the fellow man, the homeless person. They can care less about them than your votes. And that's how they keep your votes diminished. Now, regardless of whether your votes are powerful or not, they still can provide much for the elected official in which you put in office. Yeah, your votes are still incredibly valuable to them, the candidates. Like, you can have 200 million people voting that do not like each other, but nevertheless, their votes will put their political official into a high office in which that such person will be provided much benefits over the course of the next few years or so while they are in office. And those perks and benefits are enormous, especially for the president. And I mean a president for any country and of any country. They get so many kickbacks, free meals, free travels, free housing, free kids' college funds, free security, and a huge salary to go along with it. So those political candidates that you put in office, they can care less whether or not you like each other or not as a population. They only care if you support them, that candidate, and those candidates specifically. So people, you have to think about that. What I'm saying, you have to recognize that. Well, folks, I'd appreciate it if you would share this video, put some likes on this video, comment on it, and you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel if you have not already.